My name's Leah Hildenbrand. I've been serving in the spring for 3 years, and I've been serving in the well for the past year with the senior girls.
My name is Rudy Dubon.
And I'm Jessica Dubon. The ages of our kids, Emily is 18 and Nathan is 11. And I started serving in the well last year with our 6th grade girls.
I'm Phil Kryline. I attend the Lagodi campus at Redemption. So I've been coaching about 5 years, 6 years I think, 5 or 6, and I've been coaching the large group.
I'm Susie Graber, and I help with the H2O with the grades 4, 5, and 6, and with the big group too. And then I also help on Wednesday nights at the well with what sophomore girls will be junior girls and stuff.
I started serving last year in the well because there was, I think it was Daryl that asked, who have you brought to Christ recently? And I was like, gosh, like who have I brought to Christ? I mean, there are people that I feel like I've talked to and ministered to, but I can't think of one person that I've really helped along the way specifically. So kind of made me want to get more involved, like deeper on a personal level, I guess.
A woman who was in our small group when I was attending here at Redemption in Jasper, and she was asking that they needed actors for the large group, and I asked her a little bit about it. I thought, well, I can do that. I was kind of a ham when I was in grade school, so I went out and we would do different skits and it was really a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
I've always loved kids, and there's a need there, and just to walk alongside them and breathe life and be able to love on them every day, and maybe the only Jesus that they ever see. So I'm not perfect by any means of doing that, but God, puts people in your path, and you just, I guess, just show them and teach them Jesus as much as you can.
It's just really cool to see my well girls especially supporting each other. Like they'll send a group text and say, pray for me for this, and then everyone's like, oh, I'm praying for you, I love you, like text me if you need me. Like not just that, Tammy and I are supporting them, but they're supporting each other and they're there for each other, and they, I think, know that everyone's going to be there for them, not just one person or just one leader.
There's a lot of good memories that I have with my group, but definitely the best memory I think is just spending time together, hanging out. That's the most rewarding thing, I think. The friendship, the relationships, and how we can talk to each other if we're going through a struggle.
One time I was doing a skit where it was on the story of Moses, and I played every character. In the story, I played the baby Moses, I played the Pharaoh, I played the adult Moses, and I had to play the Pharaoh's daughter when she was going to take a bath. So I came out wearing my wife's fuzzy pink bathrobe. I had a shower cap on my head with a tiara and a bath brush in my hand, and I'm like, oh, I hope there are no snakes in it when I'm bathing in the River Nile today, and that kind of thing. So it was just, and I had to just keep hustling off the stage and back and forth in different costumes, and it was really a lot of fun.
They have that time of where they can have opportunities to worship the Lord through maybe giving offering or through communion. But the biggest one that blesses me is the little prayer where they can write their prayers down. And sometimes their prayers are for their puppies or whatever, but there's some pretty deep ones, that, they're asking prayers for parents maybe that are going through divorce or whatever. And, just to see that they know they can reach out to God for, those, that He'll help them through that. So.
The most challenging thing is probably sometimes the questions that I get asked, like, how does that happen? And why does this work? And why did Jesus do this? And I'm like, well, let me find out for you, because I don't know for sure, or,
Sometimes if, our girls are going through hard times, and that's hard because I've gotten to get pretty close to them, and they're like my girls, my children. So, when they're hurting, when they're sad, it definitely affects me.
Sometimes it's challenging because they ask too many questions that I don't know the answers to, but and sometimes it's kind of hard to get them to listen, but they're like ninjas.
So I never had any children of my own, so it was a very scary proposition at first when I would be with all these children, and my wife said I was afraid of them. But I got to know them really well, and I enjoyed teaching them and teaching in general, and it was just having a lot of fun with the skits and just really enjoy it a lot. And I think it's brought me closer to realizing how Jesus was a teacher, and also I've learned more about the Bible probably and Scripture from doing this, from the kids' services, from the things that we teach them there. So it's been a good learning experience for me as well.
So Colin serves in the band, and so when I serve in the spring, it's been nice because we come to church early together, and he's during practice, and I'm in the spring. And then also this past year, we've been serving in the well together. So it's been nice to not have our Wednesday nights separated, but together here, hanging out with our kids, and they kind of get to know him and say hi to him, and then his kids kind of get to say hi to me and know me too. So
I think for our students to get connected in one way or another, whether coming to church or children's ministry or at the well, our kids go through so much at school, from feeling left out, or there's a disconnect, or maybe they're going through an issue and they just don't feel comfortable reaching out to their parents, and so they have someone who can be reliable to help them, to guide them by using Scripture.
Also, we do a lot of fun things here, so they should get connected.